Back on Inside Tennessee on this Sunday morning with my colleague John North. Again, our goal was to have Knox County Mayor Glenn Jacobs on with Debbie Helsley, who's challenging him from the Democratic side. The mayor's staff couldn't work it out with his schedule, so we did them separately, and Ms. Helsley joins us. John, lead us off.
Ms. Helsley, I think you know this very well, but it is worth discussing. 2018, when Glenn Jacobs made a run for his first office against the Democratic opponent, Linda Haney, the turnout ended up was like 66% for Glenn Jacobs and 34% for Ms. Haney. That's tough. Those are tough numbers. How do you conquer that? How are you going to be different, if you will?
Okay, so there's the number. Democrats actually have the people to. We have the numbers to elect folks. The problem is, it's like everybody else, you got to get them to the polls. I think in Knox County, 91,000 people voted for Joe Biden in 2020. So it's just a matter of getting people to the polls. I tell people at the doors all the time, I'm like, handcuff your friends and bring them with you, because that seems to be what works. So we got the numbers. We just need to we just need to do the turnout.
That is a lot of doors to knock on spread across a very large county. Is that what you're doing now, or how are you trying to accomplish that?
That's it. That's what we're doing. We've got interns and me, and yes, I've spent days knocking on doors. It's fun though. You get to meet voters and it's great. And then you hear what all their complaints are. And they have plenty.
Sorry, go ahead. I was going to say, and a couple follow-ups to that. Looking at the latest financials, which are from late April, so they are not absolutely current since it's early June. He's got about, it looks like as of April, late April, $91,000 in the kitty, and it looked like you had about $8,247. There's a split there, yeah. $8,247. How do you? That's kind of tough too. He's got more money than you do. How do you overcome that?
It is tough, and we have raised quite a lot of money since that report came out. But you know, the aforementioned developers, if you look at the financials for him and some of the other candidates, it's like $1,600, $1,600, $1,600. Dems kind of work on, $100, $50. So we have to get a whole lot more donors. But we have people to help us too. So it's not all about money. I think there's a breaking point to where money just becomes money. I mean, we did have one candidate running for commission that had a ton of money that lost badly. So money's important, but there's a point where you need boots on the ground and supporters to help you.
And
we've got people phone banking, texting, knocking doors. Sorry.
And one last political question, and that's just, we know the city of Knoxville is Democrat friendly. Knox County hasn't been numbers wise, so are you trying to spend more time outside the city of Knoxville to try to reach those people who are, as you say, maybe on the fence or just quietly Democratic or maybe convincible?
Absolutely. And if you look at the district maps, the blue on the map has just continued to move out more into the county. So it doesn't make much sense to go, just randomly go knock on doors to people who, you don't know who they are or how they lean. So that's what we use data for. So, but absolutely, yes, going into the county there's Dems in the county. They're out there.
You've spent a big part of your life trying to get people to engage in various issues, whether it's in the workplace or in the neighborhood. We talk on this program quite extensively about the fact that decisions that are made on city council, county commission, in the local mayor's offices tend to have a much bigger impact on people's lives than anything that happens in Washington, D.C. How do you move people to engage in local politics? From just a citizen's point of view?
I preach that all the time. I mean, I'm not saying I'm involved in national politics too. It is important, but it doesn't affect your life like local politics does. And, and people, once they get involved, they realize that. Once you get to know, if you live in the city, your city council people and then your commissioners, you actually know who they are, and you can call them when an issue comes up, or either one they have coming up on their agenda, or something that you think is important. So I preach it all the time, and I'm hoping people are listening.
Debbie Helsley is a candidate for Knox County Mayor. We appreciate your time on this Sunday morning. Thank you. Best of luck to you.
Thank you so much for your time.
We appreciate it. We're going to be back with a conversation with John North right after this.